Well, hello everybody, my name is Brickton and welcome to another top 5 on the channel, and today we're going to be covering the top 5 saddest moments in Telltale's The Walking Dead. And this video is just my opinion, so if you do disagree, let me know down in the comments below. But I'll see you right in there. Coming in at our number 5 spot, we have the Attic Walker in Season 1 Episode 4. What makes this especially sad is that Kenny had lost his entire family the day before this, and the zombie that was in the attic looked identical to Duck. This not only served as a reminder of what Duck would have become had Kenny not shot him, or will become if nobody shot him, but it also shows that he must have been alone throughout the apocalypse up until the point he died, where he starved and there was no one else in the attic that could help look out for him, so he was all on his own, which served as a reminder that Duck was lucky to have Kenny and that Clementine was lucky to have Lee, as Clementine would have shared the same fate as the child in the attic had Lee not been there. Coming in at our number 4 spot, we have Kenny's sacrifice in Season 1 Episode 5 when Ben falls off the balcony. The day before this, Kenny learns that Ben was the reason his entire family is dead. And yet Kenny still decides to sacrifice his own life to try and save Ben, and when he realises there's no way that Ben can be saved, he uses his last bullet to make sure that Ben is not in any more pain than he already is, leaving Kenny to be devoured by walkers. But obviously he doesn't know he's going to get out. At that point I'm going to assume that he thinks he's dead and there's nothing left for him. And that just shows how much of a different character he is from the start of the game, and makes us feel bad for his death just that little bit extra. Coming in at our number 3 spot is yet another moment involving Kenny. And this is his Season 2 death when Clementine shoots him to save Jane. Kenny goes on to tell Clementine that she made the right choice, which makes the player question their decision even more and feel bad that they've killed somebody who is at heart a good person. Kenny then goes on to talk about his family and about how he misses them, and it just makes us all reflect on Kenny's tragic story since the start of Season 1, losing his family, losing Sarita, losing his eye, and just becoming a fucking mad lad. And then when he says he's scared of dying, that makes us all feel bad, as we are the cause of Kenny's fear and his death, and it just makes us feel guilty, and it's just an all-round sad scene. And coming in at our number 2 spot, we have Clementine's death, in quotation marks, in the final season. This was really sad because it reflected Lee's actual death in Season 1, and it shows us how Clementine has changed as a character and become AJ's Lee figure. Clementine guides AJ as she's too weak to move. AJ listens. We feel completely helpless in that situation with all the walkers surrounding us, just as we did in Season 1. The only reason this isn't number 1 is because Clementine ended up surviving, which sort of took away from that Lee symbolism and sacrificing himself to make sure that Clementine is okay. Coming in at number 1, you've probably all guessed it, and that is Lee's death at the end of Season 1. The end of our journey with Lee at the end of Season 1 showed how much of a different character he ended up being from what we all initially would have suspected when we first saw him in the cop car in Episode 1. It showed that he was a truly good person, and even when he knew he was going to die, he still put Clementine first and pushed forward to make sure that he got Clementine in the right hands. And what made it even worse than what it already was going to be is that we all knew it was coming. The minute he passed out, I know for me, I don't know about everyone else, but I knew that he was going to die. The virus, pathogen, whatever you want to call it, the disease, had already gotten through his system enough to make him pass out. And then when he got more and more pale throughout the episode and more weak, we all knew that he was as good as dead, and that was the worst thing about that episode, because we couldn't do anything about it. We were all completely helpless to it. All we could do is just sit back and wait for it to happen. Thank you for watching, everybody. If you have enjoyed watching today's video, make sure you click the playlist on screen, click the subscribe button and like the video, as it does help out the channel a lot. But until next time, my name's Bragdon and I'm out. Super slap!